Hey, hi. We will continue reviewing the golden nuggets from this book called as the dot com secrets, and we are looking at different funnels. And the last thing that we had seen was the funnel called as presentation funnel. And in that presentation funnel, we had seen the video sales letter. Now let's continue with the next funnel, which is called as the in the presentation funnel. It's called as the webinar funnel. It's one of the most uh, famous. It will help you reach your target audience very quickly. Russell Brunson, who I was talking in this book, he got to know the power of webinar funnel when he did a webinar for one of the programs in US, and he was able to get an astonishing $3.2 million after doing a webinar for a room full of audience, and he sold his high ticket there. So it's one to many. Now, what happens in a webinar formula is you invite your audience to a webinar, which is a 60 to 90-minute webinar. They fill the form with their details, such as their name, their email address, and contact number. Once they do it, they go to the page where they have to do the registration. They'll get to know the date of when the webinar is, and they come into the webinar room when the webinar is actually to be done. So you do the webinar through many tools that are available, like GoWebinar, GoToWebinar, Evergreen Webinar, and even Zoom is a very important and easy tool for doing webinars. So in the webinar, you talk about your story, your backstory, why you're doing what you're doing, and what is that you're offering to your audience. Here, if you're able to narrate your backstory in such a way that they're able to relate to your story, then it becomes much easier for them. And more people will buy in. Then, once the webinar is about to end, then you make an offer of selling your uh, L1, L2, or L3, that is level 1, level 2, or level 3 product that you want to sell, and they have the option of purchasing it. Here in the webinar, you use the scarcity, where you say that I have only so many seats available, or urgency, okay, this is available for the next so much time for you to purchase. So this creates a sense of urgency and scarcity so that people take action. If you leave people to themselves, they'll not take action because life takes over and then they start getting busy with other things. Now, once the webinar is done, you thank those people who bought it, and you close the webinar. What would have happened is, out of 100 people who would have registered, probably 20, 30 people would have appeared in the webinar, and a portion of that would have still continued to be there till the end of the webinar when you have offered your offering. So what happens to those who couldn't sit through the entire webinar, or those who couldn't enter the webinar on that day because of some or the other reason? So you keep it, it's your wish to keep your recording of the webinar on for some time, maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours, so that they can watch the webinar and then either buy the product at the same rate, or you bump up some of the bonuses if they want to take that action. And then you close that webinar. So this is the entire life cycle: registration, opening, they come into webinar, they buy your product. If they have not bought the product, or if they want to see the recording, they see the recording, and you close the webinar. So this is the presentation funnel under this is the webinar funnels under presentation funnels, as told by Russell Brunson in his book .com Secrets. I consider this as the Bhagavad Gita, or the Bible, or the Quran, whatever you consider, for digital marketers. Very well explained. So I have taken small nuggets from these from this book, .com Secrets, and I have tried to unravel those golden nuggets. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. My name is Veer Narayan Kulkarni. I am the founder of Holistic Health Society, and I help yoga teachers, Ayurveda doctors, homeopathy doctors, dietitians, healers, psychologists, physiotherapists. I help them go online, establish their digital presence, increase their impact, and double their income within 6 months. So, how do we do this? By helping them go online. I help them with mindset change, with tools and technologies, and hand holding such that they become successful. If you're interested to know more about Holistic Health Society, then send me a direct message or comment under this video. I'll get in touch with you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.